Shalom, Pasadenans and PJTCans. It is I, your friendly neighborhood Rabbi John Carrier, here today to discuss with you Omer, day number 14, but foist, kol hakavod, which is Hebrew for all the honor heaped upon you for making it 14 days. That's 2 weeks of the Omer. That is not an insignificant achievement, friends. And whether you've been doing it every single day, religiously, some might say, or whether you joined us somewhere in the middle and you're just catching up now, that is okay. I am delighted that you've been counting the Omer with us at PJTC, and I feel really honored to be part of your journey right now as we take these 49 steps, as it were, from Passover to Shavuot in counting the Omer. So good job on making it 2 weeks. It's just 5 weeks to go. You got this. Today we are rounding out our discussion of Gevurah, this midah or attribute of might, but also judgment. I've shared with you my favorite story of Gevurah. We talked about what it's like to be on the receiving end of judgment as well as on the giving end, how it's been important to our people and ourselves in the past, also why it's important now. Today, as we conclude our discussion of Gevurah, I want to challenge you to make your own Gevurah plan. Just like we did a whole week ago talking about Chesed, today I want you to think about a concrete step that you can take to enhance this attribute of Gevurah in your life. And again, rather than making this a big sweeping call to action of an enormous change, I want to ask you to keep it small. I want you to think about one decision that you have been putting off. What's one thing that you've been hesitating in exercising your judgment? This could be because two options that you're trying to decide between are both very attractive, or their pros and cons kind of weigh out evenly and you don't know which is the right way to go. It could be because making a judgment or a decision might cut you off from a particular path or a particular person in your life, and that's hard. Or it could be because if you make this decision, you don't know how other people are going to perceive you or react to you for having made that decision. As a wise person once said, hard work pays off eventually, but procrastination pays off right now. For whatever reason, you're procrastinating making this decision, either because it's hard to think about or hard to think about how other people might think about it. What's one thing that you've been putting off making a judgment about or a decision about for whatever reason? So I want you to think about that decision, and then I want you to think about the one next step on the other side of that decision. Once you make that decision, what's the first thing that you do that reflects that decision? Let's say I decide to join a gym, and then I've got to call a gym to join it. Or I've decided I need to have a difficult conversation with somebody. What's the right time, place, setting to have that conversation so that you can both be heard? Whatever that decision is, whatever exercise of Gevurah is most present for you, pick one thing and write that down in the Facebook group, YouTube comments, email me back, put it in your journal. Write down that one thing you need to make a decision about, and what's the one step you need to take just on the other side of that decision. That's your Gevurah plan. That's how to put this attribute to work for you. I am so grateful that you've learned about Gevurah with me this week, that you counted the Omer with us at PJTC. Speaking of counting the Omer, don't forget to count day number 14 after sundown tonight. And I can't wait to share with you the next attribute. Spoiler alert, it's Tiferet, as we enter week number 3 of counting the Omer with PJTC. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for being a part of this journey. And until next week, friends, peace.